Good morning. This is Grateful Ed. Hope you're having a great day. It's a great day to be alive and a great day to make this video. Okay. I want to thank everybody, say hello to everybody, send my love to everybody, and also remind everybody, during a spiritual battle, God wins in the end. And again, I want to thank every day, the people that have given me the benefit of the doubt. When this whole thing started, if President Trump wasn't in office, I don't know that I would get that benefit of the doubt. So, but anyway, I wanted to make a short video about the gang stalking. Okay. The gang stalking is real. It's a real thing, whether we know it or not, whether we realize it or not. We've been a part of it, all of our lives. And it's just, it's more intense today because of the times that we live in, okay? And the intensity of what's going on, turn on the TV and that'll tell you that things are very confusing and they've meant to confuse you. Okay, and that's part of the mission of the gang stalker. Once you have been signaled out, okay, and blacklisted, you have to be very careful when it comes to dealing with your family, dealing with your friends, dealing with your military people, especially your military buddies, dealing with the community, dealing with the local government, depending on your situation, your state government, and then also the federal government, depending on how you express your views. If you've been signaled out for whatever reason and you're part of this blacklist, there are many tactics that they have, and many people that are under this illusion. Like, part of it is they just want to bring you down, okay? Make no mistake. And then part of these sick people is they think they're doing something good, okay, for the country. And it's not, You got to look at people, and also it's good to know the organizations for which they're affiliated in, okay? And a lot of these are secret societies. They don't want to tell you because they know they're doing backroom evil shit behind the scenes, okay, in closed doors in order to stab you in the back, okay? Make no mistake. Once they've ganged up on you, they will gang stalk you, they will gaslight you. Their mission is to take you out, okay? Their mission is to degrade you, to keep you from your mission, to keep you from having a voice. They want to alienate you. They want you to feel bad about, how can I say it, being alienated from their group. Doesn't make sense for a lot of people. They want to discard you. Especially they want to feel you like you're alone, okay? Alone in the world, and that somehow you need them and their validation when, wake up and see. You can see right through the bullshit that they're running, okay, with them and their cronies. It's a real thing, okay? So, if this helps one person to realize that, hey, these people aren't acting right, why are they so happy once they dump their bullshit on me and then I'm left, holding that baggage? No, I don't think so. That's why you have to stand up. Find your strength, find your inner peace. Know your history, stand up for your family, okay? Stand up for yourself. Don't let them take your dignity. Don't let them take your voice away, okay? Because this is a real thing. Find your spirituality. It's a great thing, and this is a great time. I was reminded the other day by somebody, okay, when the times that we're living in, it's not so much, to reiterate these things to the people that already get it, but it's for the people who don't get it and need to open up and realize these things are real. I've been plotted against. I've been scammed against. And Lord knows what kind of thing they want to steal and rip off from you, okay? And that's what it is. They want to steal. They want to kill you. They want to set themselves up so they are enriched over your labor or natural ability. Don't let them do it, okay? So want to make one point today. I'm not going to share any personal experiences. I have more, and I'm going to share those later. But I want to make a point, and about targeted justice. Okay. Now, targeted justice. It's a great organization that has pointed out, the attacks on citizens and the use of these directed energy weapons, okay, against them. And yeah, I've been targeted, and they've been used against me. Okay, that's why I say I'm lucky to be alive. And but the thing is, the targeted justice is calls for the FBI, the DOJ, and the Department of Homeland Security to release the terrorist screening database. Okay, because it's a violation of federal law and the Constitution. Okay, and that excuse me, that brings me back to when I'm saying that some of these people, okay, especially from where I come from in Ohio, okay, I want to know the ones. I want to know the ones that are being paid, okay, thinking that they're signaling me out as some kind of domestic terrorist and get some coin on the side because of it. Okay. If I never see that, I never see it. But it's a desire and a want for me to see. I'm bracing myself for the breadth and depth of all the evil and all the traitors and all the sellouts against you, okay? This is another level, okay? And I believe the American people need to know that database, okay? To see all who's been targeted, okay? That's all of us together, okay? It's our tax dollars, okay? They're using citizens, whether they're just asshole evil, okay? Or whether they've been brainwashed and manipulated into going along, with their group because of their secret societies or because of their association. That's why it's so important, for people to stand up and, voice their opinions when it comes to this, okay? So anyway, gang stalking is real, okay? It's a real deal. When they come after you, there's lots of resources that they use. The neighbors, the vehicles that they use to taunt you and terrorize you within your own home. How can you have life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness with this shit going on? They're laughing, They want to degrade you and belittle you. That's how they, from a psychological term, I don't know, but I've seen it, and from my associations with friends, frenemies, and also Air Force counterparts, your Air Force buddies, and these retirees you're with, they beef up their own ego to see someone else suffer, and that's bullshit evil, okay? Don't let them do it to you, okay? Stand your ground and keep your voice. But let me close by saying something, okay? And that President Trump was right about a lot of things, okay? He was right about the Trump derangements, and people will do things out of character, just because of the angst that he's brought in with his personality. When in essence, if you cut through that and you look, and look at the bigger picture, that under his leadership, our country was so much better and you had so many more opportunities, okay? Trump was right about the First Amendment. We got to speak our voice, President Trump was right about Common Core. He was right about critical race theory, Marxist communist ideology. And we're seeing how that's been going on, for so long in the education system and in the colleges, okay? To where, how can I say it? They indoctrinated and brainwashed generations of society or social justice warriors, okay, that are so far off the mark from American values and tradition, yet they're triggered into, demonstrating and, distorting the facts in order to try to fight for a cause that is unjust and unconstitutional in a lot of manners, okay? President Trump was right about the border, okay? There's so many disasters on the border, the human trafficking, human smuggling, drug smuggling, people separated from their loved ones, okay, in order to come here and work, and send money back home. That's the MO around the world, okay? And somebody made a big point, a good point, a really valid point, okay? In the future, okay? If we're all emancipated, I mean, if we're all, we win this war sooner rather than later in God's time. If we win this war and everybody reaps God's bounty, okay, a lot of those people, they want to be with their family. They're going to go back to their home country, okay? So that's going to solve a lot of problems right there. Main thing is, we take out these human smugglers and the drug traffickers that are killing people, okay? President Trump was right about China manipulating their currency, okay? And he was right about the trade imbalance with China, and from my experience, manipulating that currency gave them, so much more capital, and they would use it immediately, okay, on a lot of projects, okay, and a lot of those projects were at places like Panama and Philippines, from my experience, where they were in there straight away, okay, in order to gain a foothold in the government, okay, and in order to gain a foothold when it comes to the ports and the shipping, the distribution. And I think that ties into that Silk Road initiative, okay, and also ties into the conflict that's happening right now within Taiwan and the Philippines and the South China Sea. That's my opinion. Do your own research when it comes to. I've been wrong before, but China was heavily invested and also right on the scene right away in Panama in like 1990, 94, 95, something like that. Probably way before that, that's just my time and my experience. Okay, President Trump was right about McCain. President Trump was right about the Iranian nuclear deal, okay. John Kerry, and his climate change and all that bullshit. President Trump's great because he's showing these people for what they are, okay. Main thing is, under Obama, John Kerry, you don't got to pander, that's treason right in front of our eyes, okay. And I know a lot of people were pissed off about it, and I know it brought up a lot of angst with people. I know it did with me on a lot of the things they were doing, but the great thing about President Trump is he's showing what they're about, okay? And he is empowering the American people to stand up and take our country back, okay? President Trump was right about our military. Nobody can beat the U.S. military. Everybody around the world knows that, okay? It's a disgrace, okay? I heard the other day just a sound bite about how the military services are pushing wokeism more than military readiness and our mission, our messing up the enemy, killing the enemy, taking the enemy out, okay? The purpose why the military is there, not to have a social experiment, okay, when it comes to being woke and all this. And I've experienced it once, and it's way off course, and it's time to bring that back, okay, and get away from that wokeism bullshit, and get back on track with, what our mission. You can see, with the accidents and some of the things that have happened, it's. You put your life on the line when you're out on the front line. Okay, so that's very important, and you need strict discipline when it comes to these things. Okay, and I'm saying President Trump has done a lot more to build the military up. We can't let Biden and the woke administration tear that down and let that go. No way. President Trump was right about our energy independence. Okay. We don't need to pander to another country, okay? We have the energy and the resources here in America, and there would be no need, no need to buy any energy from a foreign country and have these kind of adversarial relationships, if you will, based on money and the money, the dollar tied to the oil, and the political favors that we have to give to these countries that, let's face it, they're not in our best interest, okay? It's all about the money and the oil. We don't need that. President Trump proved it. we were producing enough energy to where we were selling the excess and making money for the country. Okay. President Trump was right about the United Nations. Big disguise, trying to fool people about that shit. President Trump was right about NATO, not paying up their fair share. They have no regard for the United States. All we are to them is, just the slush fund, okay, where the money gets funneled up to their countries, and that's just a big disguise about, or a ruse, if you will, about protecting Europe, after World War II and the Cold War, I believe. President Trump was right about January 6th. More and more investigations going to come out about that. That's a great thing because it shows the interaction, within the FBI and the government when it comes to the setups, okay, and how these things are projected, and then also, how can I say it, with the media, how they use that as their talking points in order to have it like a communist propaganda. Really, that's all it is to me anyway anymore. Okay, but January 6th, very important to point that out and show it. And also show the victims of that, the people who got caught up, who never had any bad intent. When they were going there, they were going there, in order to put a grievance against the federal government, not to harm anybody, okay, but for justice when it comes to elections, okay. And President Trump was right about one thing, okay. If you're free and fair, why do you have to push those push carts in there with ballots in the middle of the night? Why do you have to keep out the independent poll watcher? There's no need, okay. He's right about a lot of things. That's what I have for today. I want to thank you very much. God bless you. God bless America, and keep on keeping on.